Dear students, this is me, Dr. SHIKHA Sharma, lecturer in English at Government Girls College, Bara. I hope you all will be safe at home and will be protecting yourselves from COVID 19. Today, we will discuss the poem The Word is Too Much with Us by William Wordsworth. To understand this poem, we should know about the poet and his age. William Wordsworth, a wonderful romantic poet, is one of the leading figures of the 19th century romantic movement in England. He is known as the priest of nature. He is considered one of the giants of English poetry, whose greatness as a poet has been universally recognized. William Wordsworth found his real inspiration not from books but from his association with nature. There appeared a small volume of poems entitled Lyrical Ballads in 1798. It was a joint work of William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge. It is generally considered to have marked the beginning of the Romantic movement in English literature. Romantic era. What is Romantic era? What is romantic? Okay, Romantic era. We know about Romantic era. It includes the time period from the late 18th century to the mid 19th century, which emphasized the self-propelled creativity, imagination, and value of art. Romanticism emerged as a reaction against the age of enlightenment, which emphasized reason and logic, dominated much of European philosophy, politics, and art. Pioneers of the Romantic period wanted to break away from the conventions of the age of enlightenment and make way for individuality and experimentation. Enlightenment thinkers valued logic, reason, and rationality, whereas Romantics loved emotion, passion, and individuality. The Industrial Revolution, which began during the same period, is also said to be responsible, accountable for the development of this movement. Romantic means they were in love. These poets were in love with emotion, passion and individuality. William Blake, S.T. Coleridge, John Keats, P.B. Shelley, and William Wordsworth were some of the most significant poets of the Romantic period who created thought provoking literature and poetry. They were rebellion against the strict rules and high form language of the dominant literary movement that is called neoclassicism. The Romantics used imagination so the common thing could be made to look strong and original to the common people. They believed strongly in the value and importance of nature in poetry. Love for liberty, love for nature, and love for men. These three things they involved in their poetry. They loved these three things. They were not running behind other things. Only liberty, nature, and men. They loved this very much. Wordsworth's poetry exhibits romantic characteristics, and for his treatment towards romantic elements, he stands supreme as a romantic poet. His poetry is perhaps the most original in its vision of relation between man and the natural world. The world is too much with us. This poem was composed in 1802. William Wordsworth is believed to have composed this poem in 1802 when the Industrial Revolution was in full flower. The materialism that revolution engendered was one of the reasons Wordsworth wrote this poem and published in 1807. The main idea of the poet was to present to his readers materialism and its vices and consequences. Vices means demerits and consequences. Industrial Revolution changed the psychology of people and they gradually turned away from God and spirituality. With this social economic movement, Wordsworth contrasts the nature with the world of materialism and reveals how people are destroying and criticizing the world for being absorbed in materialism and distancing themselves from nature. This is one of the many excellent poems of William Wordsworth. Theme. What is the theme of this poem? Actually, it is a poem which is expressed with a tone of remorse and anger towards the worst state of material inclination. The poet condemns the excessive interest of people in money. Today, money rules and governs us. Getting and spending have become the chief concern of our lives. People are so busy in materialism that they ignore the pristine glory of nature, which is the reflection of the divine. This is a universal theme that remains relevant in today's world, in present world. The poet feels that the sense of beauty is a part of our life, it's a part of our higher nature, and it should be fully developed. Surely this poem has a valuable lesson for us. This has a valuable lesson of teaching for all of us in present day. Wordsworth suggests that we should spend more time in respecting nature because nature is no longer important for us. We don't look at the nature. We are just running behind materialism. We don't have time to enjoy the beauty of nature. So he requests the reader, he wants reader to enjoy the beauty of nature because we don't have time. Nature is nothing for us. Nature is no longer important. It has no importance for us in this fast-paced world. So he says that he becomes very sad to know that people are just running behind materialism. They are earning money, but they don't have time to enjoy the beauty of nature. Now, the poem, The World is Too Much With Us. This is the poem. The world is too much with us. The title of the poem is that the world is too much with us. Means we are so much involved in this world, in the world of materialism. We are so much involved in the world of materialism. The world is too much with us, late and soon. Getting and spending, we lay waste our powers. Little we see in nature that it ours, we have given our hearts away, a sordid boon. The world is too much with us. The poet says this society, the people are so much involved in the world of materialism, late and soon. We have done this recently or in the past and will be doing in future also. He says that our fixation on materialism has been a problem in the past and will continue to be so in future. Getting and spending. We waste our powers. The poet scolded the society for devoting all energies to material enterprises and pleasures. Getting and spending have become our tendency. It has become the tendency of the people. We have lost our ability to see, to imagine, to sense, and even to appreciate the natural beauty. We waste our time on possession that will not be with us, that is not forever, and will not be in our memory also. We are running in search of material gains, and it will be vain. They will not be with us forever. These things will not be with us forever. Little we see in nature that is ours. Little. We don't have anything in nature. We can become blind. We don't see anything good in nature. We have become blind to the superior influences of nature and are engaged in exploiting her resources, exploiting natural resources only for our benefits, only for our greed. We care about unworthy things, which is the gift of commercialized civilization. We have become so absorbed in consumerism that the world that we see no longer see a part of nature. That the world that we no longer see is part of nature. We are absorbed in consumerism. We are just running behind earning and getting and spending. We have given our hearts a sordid boon. We don't enjoy the beauty of nature. This sea that bares her bosom to the moon, the winds that will be howling at all hours and are up gathered now like sleeping flowers, for everything we are after tune. The sea that bears her bosom to the moon, the winds that will be howling at all hours. The poet further explains that nature has become helpless in front of her economy. There is a beautiful description of nature. The poet gives a beautiful description of nature, a beautiful picture of nature. The sea exposes her vast bosom to the silver light of moon. The noise of the wind and the waves which are coming to the shore and going back are now calm and tranquil in the night and are looking like the sleeping flowers that are absolutely calm and silent. And are upgathered now like sleepy flowers. For everything we are out of tune. For everything we are out of tune, it moves us not. Oh, great God. Here the poet says that these beautiful scenes don't affect us. Here Wordsworth portrays greatness as well as the helplessness of nature in front of human greed for materialistic life. We don't care about natural gifts like the sea and wild winds, flowers, as our eyes are blinded by the glitter of materialism and we keep ignoring and damaging the nature. It moves us not. Great God. I would rather be a pagan suckled in a Crete artworm, so might I, standing on the pleasantly, have glimpses that would make me less forlorn, have sights of Proteus rising from the sea, or hear old Triton blow his wreathed horn. A pagan suckled in a Crete artworm. In the last 6 lines, we find how Wordsworth demonstrates his anger for ignoring the pristine glory of nature. He exclaims that if beauty and kindness of nature can't turn our minds, it cannot turn our minds from materialism, that he would become a pagan. He would like to be a pagan. A pagan. He would become a pagan. Who was pagan? The poet wants to go back in the past when he was very happy. Actually, pagans were the people who believed in the worship of nature. They see God in various objects of nature. They worship nature or the various objects of nature. He is very upset in such a heartless word. He would become happier as a pagan who believed or worshipped nature. In ancient times, they believed in various objects of nature. He wishes to be a pagan. He wishes to be a pagan so that all he could know the wonder and majesty of nature. He could see the Proteus rising from the sea and hear the conch shell of Triton. So he could enjoy the beauty of nature, he could enjoy his life with natural objects. And because he's very upset and he's very sad in this world of materialism, these people are running behind materialism and don't have time to enjoy the beauty of nature, so he wants something new, something, actually he was this was old, but he gets very happiness and it suits him to be like a pagan, to be a pagan, to enjoy the beauty of nature. So in this poem, he shares his views with us. The structure of the poem, what is the structure of the poem? This is actually this is a sonnet, it is a Petrarchan sonnet. What is the form of Petrarchan sonnet? What is the structure of Petrarchan sonnet? It has two parts, octave and sestet. First 8 lines are called octave and the last 6 lines are called sestet. 8 lines reveal the problem and the last 6 lines shows the solution. What is the rhyme scheme of the poem? The rhyme scheme of the poem is A B B A A B B A C D C D C D. Okay, enough for the day and the poem is complete. Thank you very much.